I learned early that people trust a smile more than a knife, especially when the smile is painted on. They never asked my real name. They never wanted it. They just called me the clown, and I let them. The first thing you should know is this: I never wanted to be bad. That's the lie I tell myself every night. The truth is uglier. The truth is, I liked the silence that came after screaming. I worked birthday parties, cheap ones, backyards with sagging fences and tired parents who smelled like beer and regret. I showed up in a rusted van with peeling decals, balloons, stars, smiling faces faded by the sun. Parents never looked twice. They were too busy escaping their own children for a few hours. They paid me in cash. They thanked me. They left me alone with their kids. That was the miracle. The makeup came first. White grease paint, thick and cracked like dried bone. A red mouth stretched too wide, trembling at the corners. Blue triangles under my eyes, pointing down like arrows telling you where to look. People think clowns wear masks. They don't. The face becomes the mask. Under it, I could be anything. The first time it happened wasn't planned. That's important, or at least that's what I tell myself. There was a boy, Ethan, I think, or maybe Lucas. They blur together now. He kept pulling my wig, laughing too close to my face. His breath smelled like sugar and cheap juice. I told him to stop. He didn't. I grabbed his wrist harder than I meant to. I felt something shift, a wet pop. His laughter turned into screaming, sharp and raw. The room froze. Parents rushed in. I laughed. I laughed because clowns laugh. And no one noticed the way his arm hung wrong. They told me accidents happen. They told me kids are fragile. They told me it wasn't my fault. That's when something inside me opened, like a door I didn't know existed. After that, I started noticing things. How easy it was to guide children away from noise. How they followed balloons without question. How parents never counted until it was too late. Bathroom break, I'd say. Magic trick, I'd whisper. Secret surprise. They believed me. Every time. The first death was quiet. Too quiet. We were in a laundry room at the back of a house. The hum of a dryer covered everything. I don't remember what I used. I just remember his eyes, wide, confused, searching my painted face for the joke. There was no punchline. When it was over, I sat there shaking, waiting for sirens. None came. I walked out wiping fake blood from my gloves, heart pounding so loud I thought the parents could hear it. They tipped me extra that night. After that, the killings changed. They always do. At first I cried afterward. Then I shook. Then I smiled. Then I stopped feeling anything at all. I learned how to make it last. How fear has layers. How hope makes it worse. I'd tell them their parents were coming. I'd promise cake, presents, applause. I'd let them believe it. Hope is the sharpest blade. People think monsters hide in shadows. I hid in plain sight. I was in photos. I was tagged on Facebook. I was recommended by neighbors. Great with kids, they said. They had no idea how right they were. The blood became part of the costume. I stopped cleaning it off completely. Dried stains darkened the cuffs of my gloves. Rust-colored smears stained the inside of my suit. It smelled like copper and sweat and something sweet I couldn't name. Sometimes I'd catch my reflection in a window and not recognize myself. Sometimes I smiled back. The police came eventually. They always do. Missing children. Patterns. Witnesses who remembered balloons. I watched the news while removing my makeup. sponge dragging red into pink, pink into white. "They're looking for a man," the reporter said. I laughed so hard I cried. They caught me on a rainy night. No makeup, no wig. Just a tired man with red-stained hands that would never come clean. They read the charges. They listed the names. Some of them I didn't remember. That scared me more than the prison cell ever could. Prison is quieter than you'd expect. No screams, just echoes. The guards avoided me. Inmates watched me like a curse. Someone punched me once. I let him. It felt right. At night, the memories came back. Not the faces, the sounds. They put me on death row. People wrote letters, some angry, some curious, some sick enough to say they understood me. I never replied. What would I say? That I didn't stop because I wanted to? That I stopped because they caught me? The night before the execution, they let me shower longer than usual. The water ran red, then pink, then clear. I stared at my hands. They were just hands. That's what terrified me most. As they strapped me down, I imagined the makeup again, the smile, the applause, the laughter. I imagined a room full of children clapping. Then I imagined the silence afterward. The needle went in. I felt cold spreading through my chest. My last thought wasn't regret. It was this. If I had taken off the makeup sooner, would anyone have stopped me? They said I died peacefully. That's another lie. I died smiling, and somewhere I swear I heard a child laugh. If you're listening to this now, if you stayed until the end, ask yourself one thing. How many monsters have you already trusted?